There's Job, and everything got taken away from him, and all of a sudden, happy ending fairy tale. And then there was Jesus. It was like, hey, I really like all of you. I really want you to be. And they were like, no.
Oh, my thing was that because God knows everything, I think that God knew Job's suffering and suffered with God in this sort of this video, just this advertisement coming on and saying sensitive teeth. Just put it into perspective of how I would explain it is that I think God has sensitive teeth for suffering as a property of being all knowing and all powerful. God can't not unsee suffering. And because God is transcendent beyond time, and because the universe is cyclic, it has a beginning and an end. God has seen suffering beyond infinite universes, so to speak. Right? So to speak, as in I'm using your terms because I can't word it. So
I think that's exactly it. Like you're breaking the matrix when you say stuff like
that. So God would have experienced, by logic, God would have experienced,
and that's our logic.
That's true. That's a flaw. It is human logic, so that is a flaw, inherent flaw in the system. But that inherent flaw in the system is an insurance that we always question, because that all falls short of the glory of God, right? So we must always question.
Why not?
But
is it not?
I think it's very reasonable to pursue, before I lose the thought, I think it's very reasonable to pursue the angle that God suffered with Job, that Job did not suffer alone. That God knew Job's suffering and everything that he put Job through, that he really didn't. It was more of a test from my Discordian non-Christian understanding, my vulgar understanding, is that Satan really put those things upon Job, and God allowed it as a test. But God would have suffered. God wouldn't have been in ignorance as those who judged Job.
Let me try to even say a moment about the accuser.
I said my piece.
The accuser would want to tell you 100%, no, God doesn't understand. He never would even go through it. He's just laughing at you.
And that shit hurts. But yeah, you gotta keep I guess you gotta keep the faith. I'm talking to the audience at this point. Like, as far as I'm not even sure entirely what that fucking means, and I'm vulgar about it because I'm a vulgar human being. But there's something higher. There's something higher above us.
I'm vulgar and carnal too.
I think that's a good place to sort of. Well, let's see oh.
To new Sensodyne sensitivity gum and enamel.
Yeah, this is what triggered it. This triggered my thought here. Just this triggered the thought of because he's talking about, well, not just this, because he's talking about Job and stuff. Also, God puts these things. But this sort of song is sort of I'm trying to calm myself and try to keep faith in the. Yeah.
You're gonna give me Happy and Dancing.
But I'm also gonna get a copyright strike because the world is fucked. Oh yeah, we could also sing this song. That's how we get around the copyright. It's what particular song? To care for those on the edge of the night, right? To care something about I'm gonna actually let's evade the copyright. Cool. And love dares you to care for. That's exactly where I wanted to be. And change your way, caring about ourselves. I don't really I have really bad care about myself. That's partly why I was able to just destroy my clothing to paint the room. I can sacrifice myself pretty easily, but that's partly because I was. And this is our last dance. Yes, that's what I say. This is our last dance. So that's what I mean about our mortality. We are literally immortal. We have everlasting life, but we are literally immortal. To make that everlasting life mean as shit. Care for the people on on the edge of the night. So, on the edge of the night and love dares you. So yeah, this song really like, and the song Creed led me here, which because it says where blind men see.
Watching some good friends screaming.
Yeah, shit. That's me, and that's several of my friends, and a lot of us are on fucking basically on suicide watch. And that's not so much our fault as it is the fucking society's fault. Because if people would care, like this is our one more chance. I'm flipping through here looking for lyrics because I'm not allowed to play the fucking song because of copyrights, even though the man who fucking created it is fucking dead and in the grave. I would still get copyright striked.
I agree with you there. Pretty terrible what they do with that copyright thing.
Pray tomorrow is what it says here. Is the I think pray tomorrow. I think I'll end it there. That's a pretty good point.
Pray
Man, a lot of people are losing the game.
Pray at the moment.
Because I go to end the video, I got my notifications. Jack Samstag, I just lost the game. He doesn't even realize the untold consequences of his admittance of losing the game. That there's gonna be a lot more fucking people that lose the fucking game. That's kind of funny in the 40K long game.